Well, hello my beautiful Taurians, welcome to my channel. This is BYGONE here with your career or money reading for the end of March right through the end of April 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Taurians, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. And of course, you can see I'm in a different environment at the moment. I've just gone to visit family members that I haven't seen for years and years and years. So I am going to be back in my usual space in the next week and a half, okay? So I just thought I'd go and visit people whilst I had a pocket of time there, but I will be back in my usual space. I do apologize for the acoustics in here. I mean, it's wonderful. However, it's a little bit echoey, so I hope you can hear me okay. But let's get straight to your reading. I just want you to be aware that you're currently governed by your 11th house, and that's all about your hopes, wishes, and manifestations. Now, this is a time where those manifestation skills are stronger than usual. So thoughts really do become things. Set an intention during this time and watch the universe deliver people or opportunities to help you. Also, you may feel a little bit more sociable than usual during this period, so networking for business or maybe finding online forums to help you level up in some way or even learn more about your skill set during this time would be perfect for your business or for your finances. Now, of course, not everybody is going to be working at this moment in time. If you're tapping into this reading, it could be more about your finances. So some of you may be feeling called to learn more about like generational wealth or how to utilize your finances or even, your assets and, really capitalize on that during this time. This is a period of learning more about, what's out there readily available for you to find. However, it's about digging deeper during this period in order to do that. So your 6th house takes over from that energy, and that's more about your daily routines, schedules, and focusing on work, of course, paying bills, savings plans, budgets, repayment plans, and, your pensions, things like that. Also, it's more about your responsibilities and tasks. So towards the end of March into April, you're going to feel a little bit like humdrum, same thing as usual, business as usual, as it were. You may be just making sure that you get everything done, and it can feel a bit dull, this house, but actually it's really important for making your life run smoothly. So also you'll be focusing on your health during this period. So of course you'll always focus on your health, but during this period you'll be looking at how you utilize your energy and really make sure that you streamline efficiently your schedules to make sure you have a little bit more time for you to recharge your batteries. So 6th house is all about getting your tasks done, maybe even creating a budget or looking at where you feel like you're headed in your career and plot pointing almost the next steps. Now, looking at your energy, I definitely see that there is major change going on in your career sector, but I feel this is more within yourself. You're looking at how you can perhaps change the way you work in order to have a little bit more fun with it, or I feel some of you have really been tested in your working environment. You may have felt like the pressure has been on, But with that King of Wands energy, I feel motivation, drive is returning, and some of you are definitely stepping up into a leadership position, or you've been working really hard to do that. But with that Five of Cups as your protagonist energy, and I will show you in a moment, there's an energy here of it's been difficult. It just feels like an uphill battle. Even though you may love what you do, it just feels like you win some, you lose some. Sometimes it just feels like you're on a treadmill of life just doing, and the end is like never in sight for whatever goal it is that you're working towards. It just feels like a long, hard slog, okay? But I definitely see change is happening here. You're aligning yourself with something that you consider your goal, because of course it's going to be different for everybody there. Some of you may have gone through a disappointment in the working environment recently, but I see it's going to align you with something even better than you were expecting. So we have the Page of Cups, yeah, a new offer coming in, an opportunity to follow your heart. But let's tap into the main energy. Your first card there is transformation. Now, of course, I'm hoping you can see this card because obviously it's a new environment. So I'm hoping that you're able to see this on the camera. This is the Death card energy. So this really is about changing your working practices, or something within you has changed. Now, for a lot of you, it could be that you are decluttering, you're going through paperwork, or you're actually trying to streamline your time and your schedule so that you're more efficient. The Death card energy tends to indicate that, you are cutting out anything that wastes your time, whether it's an old filing system, whether it's an outdated computer program. Some of you are renewing subscriptions on laptops, or you may even find, if you're working for a company, that a company may come in with some new software or hardware to help you in your working environment. Now, of course, the Death card energy basically means something big is ending for you, and you're in control of these changes. So if you've come to this reading and you've walked away from a job because it was toxic, or you felt unappreciated or let down by the hierarchical system, or if you're an entrepreneur and you've decided to change direction or even expand on your business, I definitely see that there's more opportunity headed your way, and it's a very exciting time ahead of you. If you were made redundant or you got fired and you're currently feeling a little bit worried or anxious about the path ahead, I definitely see that there are some wonderful twists and turns happening for you, and there's a wonderful offer coming in as well. It seems it's connected to something that you love doing, but at the same time, I feel like you learn more on the job. So for example, if you're in, I don't know, I'm just going to throw this out there. If you're in the film industry, or if you're in the construction industry, or the catering industry, it could be that you're going into a sector that is something you don't usually focus on. So if you are in catering, for example, and you're normally a pastry chef, let's put it that way, you may actually go into a different line of food, or you may be not focusing on the pastry section so much. It may be that you're going to oversee it all, because I feel like there's a bigger deal happening here for you. Again, if you're in the film industry and you tend to be someone who works behind the scenes, it may be that you are not focusing on sound, or you may become a director, or I feel you're in the same industry, but it just feels like your focus is a little bit more niche. That's what's coming through there as well. Now, some of you, with the Five of Cups and the Eight of Swords, some of you feel like you've hit a glass ceiling. Whether you are in a company that you work for or you work for yourself, you feel like you've come as far as you can within the sector that you're in, and you just want change to make sure that you keep things exciting, keep things fun. Some of you are going to even take like a class of learning, or you've put yourself out there to upskill in some way, but change is good. I definitely see change is going to transform the way that you work. And for a lot of you, I'm getting major energy that the change here is that you're going to be offered some sort of, managerial role, or, a higher position that you're in. There's a promotion coming in here already. And I feel there's major shifts going on in your working environment. Now, I do have to mention this because It's coming through, and this is for the collective, not just you, my beautiful Taurians. Across the board in 2024 and 2025, there are going to be some major restructures going on in the economy, but also in the working environment. So you may hear of redundancies, or people deciding to leave positions in order to really look at what they truly desire. I feel this energy of people shifting their focus to follow their bliss, and you may change your working practice in some way, just to make sure that you enjoy what you do a little bit more. So there may be some sort of restructure energy you may hear behind the scenes. We've got the Five of Pentacles here, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune. I feel there are some changes afoot in your working environment, but I feel it's kind of putting you in a really good position long term to do something that you love, something that you can influence, utilize your skill set, and actually channel your creative power into moving up the system, the hierarchical system. So whether it's stepping up into a promotion, I see a promotion here available for you, but I also see this energy of you having an opportunity to change the way that you work. And you may be offered two things, and you have to choose, of course, which one is right for you. Of course, you're going to make the right choice. And there's a refreshing energy coming through here on your career sector. I mean, if you are currently looking for a position, even if you are in a working position right now or not, I definitely see that there are two roles opening up for you. One has more status. You have more influence in this role. I would say this is hierarchical, like managerial, CEO, partnership. And there's another one here. It feels like there's like a starting position. For some of you, it could be a startup. If you're an entrepreneur or thinking about launching a business, I definitely see that there is startup energy here. So some of you may be doing two streams of income, or you may be interested in investing your energy in different sectors, but it works out the best for you. Now we do have the Five of Cups here. So some of you, there's a lament, okay? You may feel that you're not readily acknowledged in your current position. You may feel that the path that you're on, it's not as rewarding. It may be something that you used to love doing, but it just feels like same old, repetitive cycle, and you've kind of lost your taste for it. So some of you are not really wanting to leave where you're at, but you may be actually wanting to either upskill or approach your working day in a different way, so that keeps things challenging, exciting, and fun. Because I feel this sense of like, doing the same thing. And we have to recognize that the more we do something over and over and over again, we actually become a master or a mistress at it. And you are so talented and so gifted at what you do naturally, but you're honing those skills to be the best at what you do. But the Five of Cups, when you get it in your protagonist energy, it basically means some of you may have felt there was a missed opportunity that has passed you by. But do remember that, what is meant for you will never pass you by. So I see something new coming in that you're really going to enjoy. Now I'm just going to tap in a little bit more to this energy, because I'm being given an image in the water right now, because I'm scrying at the same time as doing a reading. I'm just seeing, it's so weird. It's like a car and people pushing a car. So, I mean, for some of you, it could be that your car, perhaps will need some attention. Perhaps there's, a breakdown or something that you've dealt with. Because I'm reading your protagonist energy, it could mean this is something that's just happened or is about to happen. It feels like, you may need some extra help with a car. It could be that either you've had a breakdown, or it could be that there's an extra car payment that you are not expecting, and it makes you feel a little bit, disappointed or a little bit sad, like, just when you got to save a bit of money, something breaks down in the car. So I feel some of you actually maybe dealing with that. Not all of you, of course, but let me just tap in a little bit more. Because it could be, I'm getting this energy of being given a helping hand. So some of you, I feel like you've got friends in high places, and I feel there's a potential here for someone to give you that like extra nudge with something. So, cars, they tend to be movement. They tend to represent moving forward. So perhaps you've been just thinking about moving into a different position, or you're thinking about, launching something, and there may be someone who gives you support or that extra nudge to just go for it and take that leap of faith. Because the Fool card is a risk. It's like opening yourself up to launching something new or doing something that is completely different than what you usually do. And you may feel like you just need to know that, there's support there, and I feel like you have support. So for example, it could be that you're in a position right now and it's like a 9-to-5 position, or it's a standard working environment and you're working really hard at it. I can see that you invest all of your time, energy there, but you may feel that you want to launch like a creative business on the side, an entrepreneurship, and you're wondering when is the right time. So it could be that you're doing one job to kind of support this dream that you've got, and you may launch it. I feel like there is support there, and I feel like the universe is encouraging you to move forward. But let me just tap in a little bit more to this. One moment, please. Okay, some of you may be feeling that there's been difficult times, but I feel there's this energy of you're going to get through this. I feel the universe is lining something else up for you, and you're going to be supercharged and ready to take action on something. And I feel this motivation, this drive is returning to you. I feel like there's nothing to worry about, even though you may feel a little bit uncertain in your circumstances, because you may see some restructures or changes in the working environment, and you're wondering how do they affect you long term. But I actually see that whenever we are currently like nudged out of a situation, or the universe gives us signs that we must leave a position, it's because the universe is aligning us with something better. Many years ago when I came to the end of a certain job that was very toxic, I should have left it years and years before. It was draining me of my health, but also of my soul. Basically, every morning I woke up and was like, oh gosh, I can't do this. I can't do this. But I still got up. I had to pay the bills, and it paid really well. But the people were awful. The environment was awful, very toxic. People, trying to, be horrible to each other, basically. And finally, it was the end. The universe had given me so many signs, and I just saw the signs, but I ignored the signs because I was scared. Suddenly, the universe sent me a tower moment to like nudge me completely out of my comfort zone. And then I was bereft, and I was really like standing still with no job, no income, really scared, thinking, how am I going to do what I need to do in order to live? And, suddenly this calmness came over me, and it was like, it's going to be okay. And the things that I had been really struggling to achieve in the past, in the wrong environment, suddenly started to come towards me effortlessly. And I was like, OMG, I have worked so hard, and suddenly these opportunities are coming to me. And it was like, yes, because you were in the wrong environment. So if you found yourself without a job right now, please have faith. I know it's easier said than done, but you're being guided towards a better opportunity that is more fulfilling. And with this Eight of Swords, this indicates some of you have been feeling a little bit stuck recently. You've been feeling, a little bit nervous, a little bit of anxiety. Eight of Swords can indicate fear. It can indicate that you're worried about some of the changes, but I see that your path is being made clear towards either a new role or a new environment. And I feel like you're in charge of the changes, really. I feel you're restructuring the way that you work. And I feel, there's success here, but also I feel there's fun, enjoyment in what you do. Now, of course, some of you also may be a little bit worried about finances, especially if you're going through a separation or a divorce right now. You may be a little bit anxious about what's going on there. But with the Five of Pentacles in the resistance position, so it's like you got it in the reverse there like this, okay? This is actually really positive because it means, a new job opportunity or new money coming in. So I definitely see that you're aligning yourself with better resources. Some of you, you may have spent a little bit more than you'd hoped last month, and don't get me wrong, all of the prices of goods and food, substances, things that we have readily every day are increasing. But I see here that you're going to be given an opportunity by the universe to be able to afford things and attract more wealth as well. So I definitely see some positive changes there. Now, of course, we have the star energy, and it's in the resistance position. So it's like you got it in the reverse there, okay? Now this indicates some of you have been feeling unappreciated in your working environment. I feel like there's a new partnership coming in. This could be that you are putting your resume out there on the sly, trying to see what other opportunities are in the job market. There is a role coming in. A better partnership lies ahead. And if you're deciding that you don't want to leave where you are right now, I feel some sort of new project or an opportunity to join a different team it almost like breathes a new breath of fresh air into your career, and it just feels really exciting, really challenging, and it puts a real spring in your step there. But you're actually aligning yourself with success. You know, the star energy is a brighter future to look forward to, because anything in the resistance position, it does turn into the upright by the end of the 6 weeks that I'm reading for. So there's an energy here of either promotion or being seen, recognized. There's recognition here for your work, because you work so hard, almost to the point where, you know, you've got nothing left to give. And I feel things are about to change in the way that you work, because you're thinking more about healthy boundaries as well. Now also I feel that there is someone in particular who is noticing your work and wants to align you with a new role. So you may have an appraisal during this time, or you may hear from your boss or someone in a position of authority to give that appraisal. I feel like actually they see you as a really great team member. I feel like that they see that you've been working hard and you've been really not noticed by you know, the promotional steps that are available in the career. So I feel now you're being given an opportunity to elevate, and I feel like there's 2 roles on offer. You know, I feel some of you may hear about somebody who is leaving a position, and that becomes available. So there is a new position coming available, and I feel like you'll get to choose. So if you're in a career like a company, I feel, you know, you're going to be offered 2 roles or 2 different sectors. One is very new, so it could be that you learn on the job, or they put you on a course of learning in order to step into this new role. And if you're an entrepreneur, some of you may have felt that it's been a very slow season. You may have felt that things have been dipping a little bit, but they will pick up pace as you move towards the end of April, is what I'm seeing there. Because the star energy, I'm actually being shown a calendar right now, and I'm seeing from April, May, June, July, August, September. It's like they're flipping over the calendar quite quickly. So I feel like things are going to be very fast paced from April onwards to September. Don't get me wrong, I still see things increasing for you, but I actually see that you know, you're going to have the biggest hits or the biggest recognition from this period. So for those in a company, there's definitely a raise or a promotion available. I feel it's more a promotion. So let me just take a look at that, because I just need to check with the finances. Can you please show me the money attached to this? King of Cups, you're going to love it. Okay, King of Cups energy indicates you're more about doing something that you love. The money, of course, is important. I feel like you'll get an opportunity to negotiate a better deal. You're going to be, it's interesting, I'm being given an energy that, you know, you're going to be either in charge of a team, or that, you know, you're going to be given a project where you work as a team member. There are different aspects to it, but I feel like a lot of it is making your own path in this job. I feel like there'll be a lot of solitary energy where you're working alone in this, but I feel like you're establishing yourself and making a name for yourself. Also, I would say with these 2 cards, especially if you tend to be someone who works in a company with lots of people, you know, I feel that it's going to be a little bit lonely at the top when you step into this new role. Okay, people will look at you a little bit differently, but I feel like you got this. You're someone who's a very fair boss. I feel like you're a natural born leader. King of Cups energy tells me that you're someone who, you know, you really like the people that you work with, or you respect them. I mean, of course, there's the odd one that perhaps you're like, not so sure about that person. But the main energy I've got here is that, you know, you're taking some sort of solo position, or you may be thinking about launching a business on your own, because I feel like you being in charge, but with that 4 of Swords here, I feel like, you know, you are recognizing that, you know, you're really established in what you do. You're very gifted and talented. And you may notice that actually people, sometimes if they're on the same pay grade, they're just not as talented as you. And I feel like that's being noticed right now. So I see a small increase in finances for you because of that. Now, also with the 4 of Swords, some of you are erecting healthier boundaries regarding your working environment. I mean, There is change here, but I feel like right now some of you may be worried about moving to a different environment, wondering if you should stay where you're at. Intuitively, you'll know because a new opportunity is about to be offered to you with the Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Pentacles. You know, this is in the resistance position to start. So some of you, this tells me that there is a cycle of change upon you, but some of you are going to see these changes in-house. So if you do work for a company, I feel like you may not leave. It's either a new role or a new department, or some of you may be seconded to a different branch, is what I'm seeing there. But also, if you're an entrepreneur, some of you, you're so good at what you do, you've just been doing it every day, and you've been feeling a little bit unmotivated or uninspired, because it's time to either branch out or to kind of like look into a different area or arena of what it is that you do, because I see expansion here for you, okay? Now, Wheel of Fortune, of course, starts in the resistance position, so things may have been a little bit chaotic recently, paperwork, having deadlines, everything seems to have happened all at once, but I feel like you're going to be totally on top of things as you move from March into April. The Wheel of Fortune will go into the upright by the end, well, it's actually middle of April for you, and I see that there is an opportunity coming in that is going to take you by surprise, and I feel suddenly it's in alignment with what you've been wishing for or what you've been asking the universe for, because remember, your 11th house is really influencing you at this time for your hopes and wishes. And we have the Five of Pentacles. Now, of course, it's in the reverse position. So that means there is more money coming into you. Okay, but I do feel with the Wheel of Fortune there, I gotta be honest with you, it's kind of like easy come, easy go this month. I feel like you level out in your finances. You're attracting more, but I have to be honest, because I feel this energy of like there is an increase, but I feel like, you either save it or you're investing it, because I feel like with this energy, it's almost like you're being sent a resource or a lifeline, and you're either parking it away for like a rainy day, or it goes on something that you need for every day. Let me just see. If you have a car, it may go on that. We got the Five of Wands there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? I mean, some of you may even utilize this finances in order to upskill, put yourself in a course of learning. Yeah. Saving. The main energy I've got is saving. It's almost like, and this may not resonate with everyone, but this is the energy that's coming through, so I must honor it. It's like you may be able to save a small amount of it. It's almost like you're forgetting about it, putting it somewhere that you feel is safe, and then forgetting about it and just pretending almost like you don't have it so that you don't touch it, okay? So I feel you'll use that resource like that. I mean, if you notice numerical synchronicity, we've got double 4 there, so I feel with the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, I hope you can see that there. This indicates that there is something to celebrate, and I feel you'll hold on to a bit. I mean, you've got Five of Pentacles there, 4 pentacles you're holding on to, 1 pentacle you're giving out for something. I mean, of course, if only it was that simple, but I feel a portion of it, maybe a fifth of it, I feel there may be like an unexpected bill or something to do with the car, okay? So don't shoot the messenger. I hate giving that message, but that is coming through. And for the rest of you, some of you will reinvest it, because the Four of Wands is to, reconnect to something. So I feel like you may reinvest in yourself. So it could be like a course of learning, course of study. I mean, for some of you, it could be a vacation, but I feel the majority energy is real estate, okay? Some of you are thinking about buying a property, or you're thinking about moving home, or you're thinking about getting a home, for example. Some of you may have been really hoping for a lifeline right now, and I feel like the universe is sending you that lifeline to help you with the path that you want to be on, okay? Now, your outcome energy, we've got new beginnings. Really interesting. This is a full card. You start with an ending, which brings a new beginning, and I feel like this is either your approach to your working environment. The full card is always indicative of fun, enjoying yourself. We tend to be at a job, some of us like 13, 14 hours. Some of us have 2 or 3 jobs, just trying to make things work. Others have 1 job, and if you're looking for a job, of course, there is one coming in. But I feel it's really important, we do jobs that perhaps we don't really 100% enjoy, but we need to pay the bills, right? But you could be trying to make your way to doing something that you really know you enjoy and want to do. But also, wherever you are right now, even if it's not the path that you completely want to be on, I feel like you're trying to be the soul of that place. And what I mean is, enjoy where you are right now and live in the present, because you can't be in the past, you can't be in the future, you can't be on like a beach in Barbados. I know we'd all love to be there, but you know, I feel like you're just honoring where you are right now and trying to enjoy the tasks that you have. But also the Fool card represents some sort of calculated risk. Now, you've got two cards of risk here, the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool card. So this indicates that there is an opportunity coming in for you to either launch a new business or to step into a new role. And I feel like you've got skills that you can transfer into this new role, but it may not be something that you do normally. I just feel like you are learning on the go. So, you know, for example, if you are a PA, a personal assistant, and suddenly you're working for a very high profile person, and although you've got the skills and you've worked with really high profile people before, it may be that now you're working for someone who is like in the government or in like famous positions, and there's a different type of pressure, and you may feel suddenly you've got this wonderful, incredible opportunity, but you're a little bit nervous because you feel like this person is difficult, or you know, the pressure is on for you to really step up in this role. But relax, you've got this. I feel like whatever it is, and I'm just giving you an example there, I definitely see that you're going to launch yourself into it, and you're just going to take to it like a duck to water. You're so naturally gifted at whatever it is that you do. And some of you, this is a really random one, some of you are actually going to change financial institutions this month. So it could be that you find like a new banking system with a different bank, and they give you an incentive to either join, or perhaps you're thinking it's a better interest rate at it. I feel you're changing service providers this month. There's some of that coming through here, but I feel like you're going to make a calculated decision on that, and you get the best deal, is what I see there. Now also we got the King of Wands. This is influencer energy. Okay, so if you're someone who's creative, I definitely see an opportunity for you to step into the public eye. So whether you are writing your own book or a screenplay, or you're an artist or a performer or a musician, I definitely see that this month there is going to be an opportunity. I mean, it could be a gig, whatever it is, for you to be seen for your skill set and really appreciated. And I feel like there's a step up the ladder. But I also see like there's someone in a position of authority who notices what you do and wants to elevate you. So I definitely see here that your skills are on display. And if for more localized energy, if you're in a career right now, I definitely see you being appreciated for what you do. There's an appraisal type energy. I feel like you may be taken into a meeting where your progress is being discussed, and they really love what you're doing. I feel like they may try to give you some more work, but you also get an opportunity to negotiate a better financial deal with that. But ultimately, the King of Wands is to take a risk on something as well. So it's kind of an entrepreneurial card. Some of you may be launching new businesses, or you know, really working away, having a lot of energy, drive, motivation, and passion for whatever it is that you do. And by the end of April, I see this energy of you launching something or channeling all your energy into doing something that you love. And pretty much at the same time with that Page of Cups, this is about you following your bliss, doing something that you absolutely love with all of your heart and soul. But pages, they bring news. So I feel like something is being offered to you and it's a complete surprise. Okay, so this could be a promotion, it could be a raise, but it could also be, if you've been putting your resume out there, an opportunity to do something, a role that you really love doing. But it almost feels like you're starting from a certain level that is let's put it this way, it seems below you, okay? I feel like you're not egotistical, but I feel like the status or the title may be a little bit like below you, but really quickly you're going to level up. I feel like 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm being given like, it's almost like you jump 3 positions in this new role by the end of 2024. Because you're so good at what you do, okay? So I see something being offered. And of course, if you're looking for a job, there is one coming in. But I feel a lot of people in a company, I feel like it's in-house. but it may require you to change your route to work. So it could be that you're seconded to a different branch. I mean, we're going to see a lot of downsizing in 2024 and 2025. So there may be some restructures going on in your career environment, but I definitely see that you're putting yourself in a position, even though you're worried here, I see that people really love your work ethic. They love what you do. And if we're ever sent like a plot twist, it's the universe saying, I've got a better opportunity for you that is going to help you align with your true dreams and goals there. So I definitely see a level of success coming in for you. Of course, success looks differently for everybody. I have to say financially, you plateau this month. There may be an extra resource that comes in. I'm just being shown a little white feather drifting down, down in the air onto the ground. So a lot of you, this is going to be a sign. So watch out when you're walking down the sidewalk or, you're walking out in nature. I see a little pure white feather, and it indicates that your guides are sort of nudging you towards a certain direction, and an opportunity is coming in that's going to be very exciting for you. I feel like you're being protected and redirected, actually. So if some of you have had a disappointment in your working environment, rejection is protection and redirection, okay? Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? I mean, your final card there is breaking molds, a portal of opportunity being made available to you. And we've also got strategy. So it says here, break boundaries, erase all identifications, anything which fixes you permanently into one mold. A new way is available, different and unique. So this is about recognizing that you are unique, and that, there may be many people who do what you do, but you do it differently. And I feel like you're not to be boxed in. And maybe that's why I was picking up that energy, that a lot of you are going to be offered something in-house, or perhaps, there is a project, if you're an entrepreneur, that is opening up and you're the most unique person for that job. I just get a sense here that there's more clients available to you if you're an entrepreneur, or more people see your work if you're in the public eye. But even if you're not in the public eye, I feel like people in your industry are noticing you, and there's an energy here of your reputation. And I feel a portal of change is upon you, and it really helps you with your next steps. I mean, that card there, strategy, that indicates you're planning for the future, not just now. It says plan your attack, research, references, visible, key position, deserved pay. So I definitely see that things are changing for you in a really positive way. And, this is the king right there. Okay, so that is like chess mate. This is a great position that is becoming available to you. I also get this sense, thanks so much, I'm so grateful. I'm being shown a parrot. Okay, now parrots tend to repeat, of course, but are also very, very unique. So it could be that because you are so good at what you do and you've been in a repetitive cycle, people are noticing your stamina, that they can rely on you for really great work ethic. Because I feel like your reputation of being so good at what you do, you're standing out, okay? I feel like, parrots tend to be very flamboyant as well. So I feel like you're being noticed for your skill set, but I feel like you're not trying to be noticed. I feel like you're actually just trying to do really good work with a sense of purpose, with a sense of value. And I feel like you are going to be rewarded for it as well, okay? So I'm just gonna go and get a trinket or a ring before we close, okay? So we have a tree of life, okay? So that really connects to branching out there, but also this is about stability. Trees tend to connect to wealth. So I definitely see that there is an increase in wealth, but I have to say it feels very much like, you may put like the majority of it away to either invest in property or savings for a rainy day. But I get this energy of utilizing it, because sometimes, money is important. We needed to pay bills, but I feel you're approaching the next couple of weeks with, do I really love what I do? Am I making a mark in the industry that I work in? How far have I got to go? What are the next steps? And also we have the camel, okay? So this is about being resourceful. Camel's hump. I know it's such a myth that the camels, they sort of reserve all that water in their hump for when they need it. But I feel to some degree the myth actually connects to this reading, where you are being resourceful. And you know, camels, they are very good at surviving in difficult climates. And of course, economically and in terms of the workplace, it is a very difficult climate right now. And I feel like you're being really resourceful. I feel like you're in a really good position and you're being really flexible. And I feel like you've got this. And I feel, you know, there is an extra resource being sent to you during this difficult time. The pressure has been on, but I feel like you are standing out. And I feel something new is coming in here that changes everything for you. And you're going to be so happy. It's going to put a huge smile on your face. Okay. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Taurians. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Taurians, and love and light.